Hey guys, welcome back to another Crimson Moon unboxing. We're going to be checking out Zombicide White Death. I believe this was the last Zombicide by Cool Minis that was released, besides the DC one that never happened. We only got that little starter that was available at Barnes & Noble. But I want to say this was one of the last complete ones that we got. And I want to say this one was based off of more of the Japanese lore. So you have like samurais, you'll have ninjas, a really cool basis for the game. So what we're going to be doing is just opening it up. We're going to check out the miniatures and check out the board, see what all comes with White Death. All right, guys, and we've removed already the packaging off of it just to make it a little easier for me to just open up and not have to worry about showing you guys me struggling trying to take that stuff off. So anywho, we have, all right, we get this sweet little pamphlet, just free Cool Mini content. I don't even know if a lot of these games are still with them. I know they've sold off a lot of their properties, Zombicide being of course the biggest one. Then we have the rule book, and this is also going to have the quest. So I'm not going to really dive deep into this, just kind of show you what the layouts are. I want to say there isn't a whole lot of different rule sets when it comes to these kind of games. They're usually about the same. A few things they probably add just to kind of change up like some of the past stuff, but for the majority of it, I think what they do is they add mechanics to some of the zombies, and they do different stuff compared to like some of their older game sets. All right, so this looks really neat. I like how that looks. And let me see if I can figure out, I think it's this side. Well, these might be all the minis, I think. So we're just gonna open that up, or take that out, set that aside. Yeah, because this is all nothing but the tokens. This is gonna be your board. So let me see if I can quickly open this up just to show you guys what this is real quick before we get to the minis. And here we have the tokens, which will have a couple of different ones. Looks like that's your exit, some of the spawning points, your starting location. I'm not too sure what those are, and I'm not too sure what these are. Again, sometimes they do add extra new mechanics for some of these games, but for the most part, Zombicide kind of sticks with the same formula. Not a whole lot of different stuff to them, but these are the boards, which we will be connecting. And I always admire the way they've made these boards nice and sturdy, lots of detail. Cool Minis did a phenomenal job with Zombicide. It's pretty sad to know that they are no longer doing it. I know it's still in good hands. I mean, Asmodee Games is a very excellent company that does produce a lot of high quality miniatures, such as Marvel Crisis Protocol, Star Wars Shatterpoint, Legion. So I am really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with the Zombicide, if they're really going to change anything, or if they're kind of just going to stick with the same formula. But as you can tell, these boards just so cool. I mean, the detail on a lot of this stuff. Look at all that blood splatter there. And I like the way they do the dividing of these boards, the cubes. I mean, you can still see them, but at the same time, they're very detailed to kind of like blend in together with the whole thing. And I love the way they really have come a long way from their very first Zombicide. So just a quick gander at some of these boards. Not going to take too long. We want to take a look at the minis for sure. And it's funny because just with these couple of boards here, you can play like so many scenarios, which is really cool. And I think really all you have to do is just release new boards if you really needed them. But I mean, you probably really don't. Every game is always different for Zombicide. I like that. I like the stairs. That's one cube right there. Just kind of leads in there. All right, let's take a look at the minis and see what they look like. All right, so this big monster box here is all the minis, and it just opens up with this little tab here. Open that up, and here we go. Move that box out of the way so we can kind of take a better look at everything that's in here. These are all of your cards. So you're going to be taking a look at all the zombies, probably the characters, some of the weapons are probably going to be all in this little stack here. Oh, actually, these are the characters. Yeah, see, I'm so used to these big monster character sheets because of I only have a Zombicide, the very first one, and they're just so huge. So I'm kind of getting used to a lot of these here, and I love this artwork. It's just so freaking awesome. But there's the different abilities. As soon as they start killing so many zombies, you'll start upgrading your character, and this is their ability there when he's armed. So that looks like he's a shooter. Dragomar. Forgive me for butchering some of these names, but we'll get these opened up so we can take a look at the characters themselves and see. Like, I have no idea what this is. Some sort of gas, I guess some sort of ability that maybe one of the zombies does, but little skulls, they look really neat. Pretty awesome. All right, let me set that aside. And then here are the little boards that they went to. I think they started this with Zombicide 2, the second edition. They pretty much started using these tiles. So it was a lot easier and a lot cleaner compared to the first Zombicide, which everything was kind of just like thrown on the card. This really organized your whole play sheet, your whole character design. So you had your character here, you had your equipment on one side, equipment on the other. I want to say these are your bags, so that's the stuff that you would just put away, trade it off. And then you also have like all your leveling up, your health, and yeah, I'm not too sure what these are. I'll look into whatever it is that those extra parts are there, or extra holes I want to say. But you get plenty, I want to say, for 6 players. I say there's 3 here, and I think I just put away 3 here. Yeah, 3 more, so up to 6 players. Tons of fun. If you guys have not picked up one of these Zombicides, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. It is worth every penny to at least buy one starter of Zombicide. Here are all your tokens. That's what you're going to determine what color you are. You got your sweet dice. Nothing special, just D6s. I was hoping for maybe something sort of Z or something on the 1. These are for your characters. You're just going to plop your character in there. That's going to tell you what color you are. And then here are all the zombies. So we have, I want to say these are your characters. And then probably the beasts. I'm not too sure. We got looks like 2 runners there. Some sort of human, maybe some sort of boss battles, maybe. And then here are your zombies. I'm thinking this is probably going to be like your basic walker. But I mean, that looks freaking awesome. I love the detail on these things. They're just so cool. And this, I think this is just a basic walker. I think I'm not too sure what this is, but the detail on it is just so good. I'm trying to get my camera to focus so we can get a better look at it. Yeah, there we go. This is just, actually that's human. So man, that's a first. There's a lot of, looks like some human characters that I guess that you're gonna either be protecting or something. And I have no idea who this is, but man, he looks ridiculous. He looks freaking awesome. Some sort of sorcerer. Maybe that's one of the main characters that you're maybe hunting down in the game itself. And then these are going to be the actual characters you choose. I like his little katana he's got. Amazing detail that you can see right there. Cool minis. Just, they did an amazing job with Zombicide. And for us to have so many Zombicide games, it's hard to believe they put so much effort in each game. Like, the detail just kept getting better and better. Yeah, it looks like that's a fox, a little lance. And I won't show every single one of them, just a couple of them here, just so you can kind of take a look. And it looks like a tiger. Kind of like Kung Fu Panda, But again, look at that detail on the armor. Look at the detail on the little shield he's got. I mean, these guys did such a wonderful job with these figures. Let's take a look at just one more guy here. Because again, I have no idea who these guys are, but oh yeah, that looks like a warlock. So this might be one of the main bosses. That's probably what these guys are. And then down at the bottom, I think these are just going to be like all your chumps. Because I thought it was those other ones that were chumps, but I guess not. Sorry about that. Had a little trouble trying to take this out. These look like maybe your fatties. Try and zoom in. That definitely looks like a fatty. Alright, and we'll take a look here. We got probably, that might be different, maybe different versions of them. Okay, this is definitely your walker. And again, you can tell just how much detail these guys have. Come on, focus, little camera. All right, there we go. I'm hoping one of these days I'll be able to just paint up every single model. It is possible. There are videos out there that have every piece painted. I believe there's even a YouTuber that did a whole custom board, and I thought that looked amazing. I think she did an excellent job on that. I mean, these guys just look so cool. And let's see. So this might be the runner here. I'm guessing there's a... He looks like he's running. Yeah, we'll definitely say that's the runner there. And here we go with the cards. So we have the characters. Looks like it's Dragomir. Looks like that's going to be a shooter. Another shooter. Or maybe just has a built-in bow. That is Janaya. Oh, I forgot to show the back. All right, so these are the abilities that they have. And then, of course, they start building up once they start killing more zombies. And here's Janaya. This slot may hold a horn bow instead. Okay. So once again, I have never played any second edition Zombicide, so this is going to be a new little thing for me. So I'm gonna get used to these new cards compared to what I'm used to. Oh, here's that fox, Lorna. She looks really neat. And I'm hoping to be taking this out for a spin very soon. So we'll keep an eye out for a Zombicide battle report, of course, using this new starter set. Ogon. Ooh, he looks cool. That guy looks really neat. Whoops, grabbed a little too many cards. And he's got a good handful of abilities. All right, and we have Yasuki. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. And he only has 2 hit and run freeze melee. All right. And last but not least is the one that got kind of stuck with the other one, Sarnai or Sarnay. And she looks really cool. Looks like she's maybe a sorceress. All right, we'll take a quick look at some of the cards. All right, so just to keep this video nice and short, here are the weapons upgrades that you're going to be finding. We got scrolls. We've got, looks like some sort of staff, dual blades, scroll maybe for casting spells. Oh, guard actions. Maybe that's what those other characters are. I guess they get, maybe you actually have somebody helping you out, or you actually have to take them down in order to accomplish something. But those are your actual, and then here are the backings. So that's for those guards. And then you also have, oh, look at that. That's an ability right there. Yeah, they actually have their own stats. And then this is your, I think that's your starting equipment, or just your equipment in general. And then we also have, I think this is the action deck right here. So there's their, runner, brute. So you actually have a chance to spawn different zombies, which is going to be interesting. So yeah, that might have been your starting equipment, and these are your actual items that you'll find in chests or when you're doing searching. You got a whole bunch of different katanas. You got scrolls to cast spells. There's a staff right there. Torch. I'm guessing you'll probably need it for lighting up certain things or burning stuff. And then this is the zombie deck, which is what you'll be drawing and spawning once you're starting to play. That's how many characters you're spawning depending on what your level is. And a lot of this artwork just looks so freaking awesome. And what is that? Those are brutes. So they are brutes. They're not an abomination. That's what that guy is. He's an abomination. And there's a necromancer. So they're brutes, not fatties. They've actually changed that name up quite a bit. And then you also have a necromancer activation little deck too. So this should be interesting. I've never seen so many different character. No, that can be drawn to this zone. Grand Inquisitor. Or maybe this isn't an action deck. Maybe these are the actual character cards, and that's what they do. Kind of similar to Marvel, the Marvel Zombies, which they have their own little character cards, and they do their own little thing. And it looks like this is the Abomination one. Oh, looks like I accidentally grabbed one of the Necromancers. But this is the Abomination deck. So yeah, you have different types of abominations, and whatever type it is, that's what they're going to be doing. So they actually have abilities now. Interesting. Actions 3. Oh my gosh, a wolf abomination. So yeah, really cool. I'm looking forward to taking this out for a spin and trying it out. This was something that was gifted to me, and I am super stoked to try this out. I did also get an expansion for it, and I will be doing an unboxing later on for that one, probably after I've actually tried this out and played this game. But that's gonna be pretty much it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed at least checking out what comes in the Zombicide White Death. A little late, but better late than never. And yes, we are still alive, and we are still doing videos. Keep an eye out for more videos that we'll be shooting and coming out in the future. We've just been super busy. But thank you so much for the support. And if you guys have not liked and subscribed, make sure you do that subscribing, so that way you won't miss any videos that will be coming up at a later date. That's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for all your support. We hope you guys have a great one. Keep rolling your favorite dice, and don't forget, paint your walls crimson. Take care.